and I grew up on the same street. We were inseparable as kids, but college split our lives completely. She went to university on a scholarship while I got pregnant at 19 and dropped out. She married an engineer while I married a guy who left when our daughter Riley turned 2. I never planned to hide my poverty from Amy. It started small. She'd suggest dinner at a restaurant, and I'd check the menu prices online, panic, and make an excuse. After enough excuses, lying became automatic. I met her at Parks instead of inviting her to my apartment with the broken heater. When she bought Riley expensive birthday gifts, I pretended my handmade cards were a thoughtful choice, not my only option. Amy never acted rich, which made it worse. She drove a regular car and never bragged about money. When she offered to pay for coffee, it felt casual, like friends taking turns. Except I never took a turn. She never called me out on it. Last month, Riley started fainting at school. She's 12. The nurse said she needed blood work. The clinic quoted $380. I had $42 in my account and my paycheck was 6 days away. I asked if we could wait a week. The doctor said waiting was risky, but it was my choice. I waited. I gave Riley bigger portions at dinner and ate less myself. I told her I was dieting. She seemed fine for 3 days. Then Tuesday night, she fainted in our kitchen and hit her head on the counter. Blood poured from the gash. I grabbed my keys. Riley was crying, holding a towel to her head. I got her to the car and turned the key. Nothing. The battery had been dying for weeks, but I couldn't afford to replace it. I tried 5 times. The engine just clicked. I called Amy because there was nobody else. My hands shook so hard I almost dropped the phone. She answered immediately. What's wrong? Riley hit her head. She's bleeding. My car's dead. My voice cracked. Can you take us to the hospital? I'm getting my keys now. 7 minutes. She made it in 6. She saw Riley's bloody face, scooped her up, and ran to her car. At the hospital, Amy walked straight to registration and handed over an insurance card. She's on my family plan. I stared at her. What? I added you both 3 months ago. Don't worry about it. The nurses took Riley back. Amy pulled me to the waiting room chairs. That's when everything spilled out. I told her about skipping meals so Riley could eat, about wearing the same clothes for years, about the unpaid bills and shut-off notices, about gambling on waiting for Riley's blood work because I couldn't afford it. Amy didn't look shocked. She looked sad. I know, Katie. What do you mean you know? I've known for years. You only suggest free activities. You've worn the same coat for 6 winters. Your phone always dies when bills are due. You never let me visit your apartment. She paused. When I bought Riley those light-up sneakers 3 years ago, you looked like you wanted to cry. My face burned. Why didn't you say anything? Because you built this wall and I knew you'd just deny it if I confronted you. So I waited for you to be ready. She pulled out her phone and opened her banking app. A savings account labeled Katie Emergency Fund showed $14,600. I couldn't process it. What is that? Every time I wanted to help you but couldn't, I put money here. Started 8 years ago. Birthdays, holidays, random days when I felt guilty having money while you struggled. I kept waiting for you to ask for help. You never did. Why didn't you just give it to me? Because you would have refused. Your pride wouldn't let you take it. So I saved it for a moment when you'd be desperate enough to accept it. I started crying in the ER waiting room, the ugly kind where you can't breathe. The doctor came out. Riley needed 9 stitches, and her blood work showed severe anemia from not eating enough. Amy paid the entire bill. On the drive home, Riley asleep in the back seat, Amy said, "Tomorrow I'm fixing your car and taking you grocery shopping. You're going to let me help." For the first time in 20 years, I didn't argue. I just said okay. That weekend, Amy transferred $3,000 into my account for groceries and bills. She didn't fix everything, but she gave me room to breathe. I asked why she really waited so long. She said she almost told me dozens of times, but she knew I'd refuse unless I hit rock bottom. She needed me desperate and out of options. Otherwise, my pride would have won.